Raya and the Last Dragon stars Kelly Marie Tran, Awkwafina, and Gemma Chan. And basically the story for this film is that back in the day, the world was run by these dragons, or protected by these dragons at least. And basically when these plagues start coming along and turning things to stone, every single dragon gets turned to stone except for one, but they craft this gem that pushes these things away. And as long as this gem stays whole, then you're fine, you're safe from these plagues here. But then the gem breaks and the plagues start coming out. So Raya has to go find the dragon who can hopefully repair this gem and save the world. Alright, now we got the plot out of the way, let's start talking about the good. And the best thing about this movie is definitely the action sequences. The action sequences are very well choreographed in here. They're very well done. I really, really love the action here. Every single action sequence was animated beautifully, and everything was really well done here, so the action sequences were great throughout. Another thing that I thought was great about this movie was the third act. I thought the third act was really good. It got me much more invested into the story, and it actually pulled on your heartstrings a bit, so I thought the third act was great. Also, I really do like the lore. There's like these 7 nations, or 6 or 5, and they're all split. They all have one piece of this gem, and they all don't like each other, and instead of protecting this gem, they all want to take one part for themselves, and there's a very easy fix in there, and I like the lore with the dragons and everything. I thought that was very interesting. Another thing I liked about this movie was Raya. Her character was pretty good. I think that Kelly Marie Tran voices her very well. She is a very good character. She has a full character arc, and I really liked her all throughout, and all in all, she was a great character. She had many good motivations, and she was a very likable lead. And also, I really liked this one kid who was like running this kind of fishing boat. His name was Boone. He was pretty funny, and he had this kind of energy to him, which I really enjoyed. He had a couple of good jokes, but the energy that he brought to screen, which I thought was really good. And I think this movie moves at a very nice, brisk pace. I really did not feel the runtime at all. It felt actually shorter than it actually was, so I thought that was really, really good. And lastly, I think the animation is absolutely beautiful in here. The animation by Disney is absolutely fantastic. It looks great. Now let's move on to the mixed aspects of this movie. And one big one that comes to mind, which is almost a negative, it just kind of made it up here, is the character of Sisu, voiced by Awkwafina. She plays the dragon in this film, and her backstory I think is very cool, and her arc is there, present in this film, and on paper, this should be a very good character, but she is so incredibly annoying and got on my nerves so much in this film that to the end, I didn't even really care. She does get better in the third act when she's not trying to crack so many jokes and the humor doesn't feel so forced. But in the first 2 acts, she sucked. Like, I really did not like her. The third act really brought her home when you see her backstory and you kind of do get a character arc with her. So, I mean, on paper, this character should be great, but they did not execute her that well. Another 2 missed aspects for me is these 2 characters. One's a baby, and then this other guy named Tong. I think he was pretty okay in this movie, as well as the baby. They didn't add much. So I just didn't really, I was like, okay, they're not great, they're okay, so, I mean, whatever. And from there on, let's move on to the bad, and the big one that comes to mind here, guys, is the comedy. It just suffers in this movie for me. I did not laugh really at all. I think that Boone had some funny bits here and there, but that was it. Awkwafina's character sucked with the comedy, and she's throwing jokes every second at the screen, and it just makes you roll your eyes, because it's so incredibly annoying that I wanted someone to kill her. I honestly did not like her that much. She had a cool lore, but the comedy was terrible in this film. Also, the tone felt uneven. Like, sometimes it's going for this very kiddie kind of friendly vibe, and then sometimes it's going for this heartbreak vibe, and then sometimes it's honestly going for this war epic vibe, and it can work, but they didn't blend it very well, so I thought they could have done that a bit better. And the second act in general doesn't feel as strong as the first 2, because I like the setup, I like the conclusion, but the second act just, it's there, I know what it's trying to do, but it just wasn't great. But all in all, guys, for final thoughts, this is an enjoyable enough film that you can sit down with your family and go watch. I think that there are 2 very good characters in here, except the comedy does suffer. Anyways, I think that Raya was good, Boone was good, the action was really cool, I liked the lore and the story that this movie has, and I feel like it could have been much better if they just made it funnier, or if they stuck to more of a serious tone throughout the film, because the tone feels uneven at times. So with all that said, I'm going to give Raya and the Last Dragon a B. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Stay tuned for more reviews coming very soon. I'm going to be looking at Godzilla very soon, and I'm also going to be checking out Cherry this weekend, so 2 reviews coming to you guys very soon. You guys are the best if you watch this video. Comment down below, what did you think of Raya and the Last Dragon? Are you looking forward to it? Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Comment down below, let me know. And as always, have a great day. See you guys.